Blissful Badger. Today, I'm going to unbox Space Marine, the board game, and see how it runs. Space Marine, the board game, was recently released exclusively at Target, and I happened to find a copy, and we're going to review it. It says that it should take about 30 minutes to play with 2 players. It's the normal, in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war. You get 23 Citadel miniatures, a story and rules booklet, a game board, 6 dice, and a ruler. So I look forward to building the new models, especially Lieutenant Titus. It says that glue is not required, similar to the Leviathan box, but it is showing a picture of a termagant that doesn't quite match the Leviathan box. So we're going to see what those sprues look like in comparison. And then I'm going to build up Lieutenant Titus. And then after that, I'm going to get someone who's not played Warhammer 40,000, and we're going to see how it runs, and if it's a worthwhile introductory game. So, a rule book. I've tainted the dice already. Even though the box says that they have a different push fit, these line up exactly. With the Leviathan kit. So if you're looking for 20 termagants, $40 is quite a good deal. One thing I noticed is Lieutenant Titus has a rounded sprue instead of the flattened sprues that we're used to seeing. And of course, he has 2 head options. a few other lieutenants to show the scale. So we successfully played the 2 learning missions, and now we are on objective secured. And it asks you to set up their models, each player, on the battle mat. And it shows a deployment zone. And it says how the victory is. But it doesn't tell you how many Tyranid models you're supposed to use. So, how many Tyranids are going up against Titus in this mission? We may never know. On Hold the Line, it tells you Tyranid player may set up 10 Termagants in a Ripper Swarm. But Objective Secured does not. GW, how do I play this mission? And the Termagant attack dealt enough that the portable Apothecarion was needed. He is now back to 2 wounds. And the remaining attacks deal another damage after he killed 2 of my Termagants. And the Ripper Swarm charged in and took out Titus. And now to hold the line. The Termagants take some points. The Ripper Swarm charges in and gets smacked for its trouble. And Titus swung back with a furious assault and must have been facing the wrong direction because he only did 2 damage.
Wait, I think he was...
A second Ripper Swarm makes the charge in, while Titus finishes off the first. The Tyranids have flipped 1 objective marker. Titus threw a frag grenade over his shoulder and then Slay? Slew
Knocked him off.
the second Ripper Swarm. The Termagants attempt to flip more objectives and yet fail. For some reason, dice just don't like rolling 6s for me. Go figure. Space Marines, turn 3. Titus breaks free and attempts to kill one of the groups trying to flip an objective. The Termagants spawn another Ripper Swarm that charges in. Titus takes a wound, but then deals 3 damage to the Ripper Swarm. Titus throws another frag grenade, killing 2 more Termagants, while slaying Ripper Swarms. The Termagants manage to flip a 3rd objective marker, while spawning another Ripper Swarm that gets immediately destroyed. And as Titus throws another grenade, missing his target, and fighting against the Termagant, who made 3 5-up saves, the game draws to a close with the Termagants victorious. So that was actually quite enjoyable as a board game. 2 missions, aren't too hard to follow, other than the one not saying how many Tyranid models you're supposed to set up. They were quite quick. We played through the training missions and the 2 missions in about an hour and a half. And although I don't think I'm going to be able to get her to play regular Warhammer 40,000, I think she might actually play this Space Marine, the board game, again at some point. So I'd say that's a pretty good game for a $40 board game in a Target. It gives me 23 more minis to paint. So that's always good for me. I love models. And overall, I'd say 4 out of 5. Yeah, I'd say it's a really good game. So, quite happy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss.